Folks, somebody can't keep a damn mobile mount in one piece. I guess my phones are just too damn heavy. Big ass Galaxy. Nope, I don't know, but I don't get the cheap one. Anyway, y'all see the title. I'm gonna try to keep online. I got guns versus bats versus cars versus knives. And the knife one is a sticky one. You can put an asterisk over that. And the second part, hopefully I'll remember. This is going to be more audio than video. But y'all know me when I edit it, because I'll edit this one. Because I'm quite sure there's going to be some blanks and traffic and noise, because I'm about ready to roll. I gotta go to Gonzales. Not that far. It's about an hour drive from where I'm at right now. It's about an hour. No big deal. The second part is blacks online and in print and on television. CNN, MSNBC, blah, 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 fill in the blank, YouTube, Twitter, all of them that are they're in America, broadcasting from America about America not being equal to or better than other countries that they can freely go to. I keep reminding them that part. I'm the first one to tell you, man, United States has a checkered and shady past, and you're not telling anyone new. I'm willing to bet you 90 out of 100 of y'all, just because, I used to talk about it, but the powers that be don't like it. I'm not tooting my horn or waving a flag, but I bet you, well, no, I ain't even gonna say it. I know more than you think I know more than you think I do. I kill me when a lot of new people come in. Well, don't you think, well, what about this dude? I done covered that. Actually, I covered YouTube. The internet didn't exist when I covered that. Oh, well, see, that's that tree falling in the forest. Just cause your ass wasn't around to hear me say it, mean it didn't happen. And that mindset drives me freaking nuts. And the same angry Negro will echo the talking points of the white liberals that got their asses yoked and still got them talking about the inequities of white people. If I take your words and put it in writing and put it next, you're saying the exact same thing. You're just saying it from a darker skin. Ideology trumps race. Ideology trumps race. Y'all are, you don't. I think a lot of them do know. They just play this game. Anyway, let's get on with the firearm thing. And let's do that first. And man, I hate holding this damn big, but I got a big ass armrest right here. That's the beauty of the Platinum. You got all this real estate. You got all this damn real, and it's padded, so you be all right. Anyway, now people make the firearm cry. Now you know what just happened up there in Maine. We know what happened, and this is 2 weeks of not shaving. It would take me a year, and I don't want a beard anyway. I just been being a lazy ass here lately, but I will close my back window. I just been being a lazy ass here lately, but I need to unlazy myself. But anyway, people, all right, we know about the deal happening in Maine. Now the guy is assumed room temperature. You only gonna know, whatever the media say. Well, it looks self-inflicted, or well, we done this, or well, I mean, it don't matter. You'll never get the story, okay? You'll get their story, whatever they want to tell you. And but that ain't nothing new. That's also not something new. People, crack me up. People come to my channel. What about this, that, and other? Rosewood, man, are you still carrying that? You're kidding me, right? And they need to go to the state capitol here and look at the. Never mind, forget it. I'm not getting off track. Stay in the groove, boy. Stay in the groove, baby. Stay in the groove. Firearms. They said, well, firearms were meant to kill people. Well, firearms were meant to do this. Firearms were meant to protect yourself, protect your property, and protect your wares, protect your legal tender, to protect all of this. It's in writing. Okay? It's in writing. And now when I bring the argument, well, on average, according to the National Traffic Highway and Safety Administration, NTSHA, the National Traffic Highway Safety Association, about 80 people perish in car crashes daily in America. Now, you guys know that's my line of business. I done a fatality last week. Single car fatality. What happened? You know, whether they fell asleep or, you know, full of that diesel. I mean, I don't know. That's not my job. My job is to go out here on the scene as the incident manager for my county and get the safety perimeter set up and get the trucks in place, get the vehicle stabilized, you know, so or get it out so the coroner can do his thing. Well, in our case, her thing. Coroner can do her thing, and once she do her thing, you know, then we go ahead and fully recover the vehicle, load it up, and transport it to the state storage facility. That's it. You know, what color? Don't matter. What brand of vehicle? Don't matter. It don't matter to us. In my line, it don't matter. So then what I tell people, you know, you're more likely to perish in a car crash than you are at the hands of a firearm. Well, that depends on where you're at. Okay, yeah, if you're in a town that only has 2 vehicles, the odds of you perishing in a car crash is slim to none. I get it. Same thing goes with firearms to a certain degree, because I tell people a lot of the red states, the majority of the red states have more firearms per capita than the blue states. But which one has the highest gun violence? Imagine if everybody in Texas and Tennessee and Alabama decided to just walk out tomorrow with the steel and go hella dummy. The news wouldn't be able to keep up. You know, do we have problems in those places? Yeah, well, our last Alabama problem was some chick talking about she saw a little white baby on the side of the road and whatnot, and we all know how that horse dung turned out. And we broke that one down from the beginning. Shout out to the Grand Inquisitor, Super Slide, Truth Teller, Kerry Dunmar. We shot holes in that one from the word go. That one stunk. As soon as we saw that night trans guide video of her riding on the shoulder at night with the flashers on in a 65-mile-an-hour zone. You ain't see no little white baby walking on the side of the road at night doing 65 miles an hour. We all know the story. Anyway, we know how that one turned out. So now, more people are killed by blunt force trauma and not than they are guns. you're more than likely to get stabbed before you will shot. Well, and that's why I said you got to put an asterisk next to the knives, because people like, well, a knife was meant to. No, I think say knives were for cutlery, prepping food, all cutting up meat. What do you call it? The whatchamacallit, that to chop down vines and whatnot. And I guess somewhere along the line, somebody realized, machete, right? Whack. Oh, crap, this thing could cut your arm off, too. And just become, axes and hatchets were made for arborists. It just also happens that it'll put your ass 6 feet under. Well, the shovel makes the hole, but the axe or the hatchet will prep your ass for the hole. So they can make that cry. Then people, well, cars weren't built to kill people. So there's the difference, Mr. Taylor. And I say, yeah. And cars, but you have a right to that. I say, yeah. And cars and baseball bats and lead pipes ain't in the freaking Constitution either. You don't have a right vis-a-vis the Constitution to have a bat, to have a lead pipe, to have a knife, or to have an automobile, do you? No. Got them. Get them every time with that one. They fall for the okie doke. Well, it ain't okie doke, it's the truth. Show me the part in the Constitution where it says that you have the right to own a car. You have a constitutional right, inalienable, God-given right, whether you believe in God or not. I'm an agnostic. I'm agnostic, not an agnostic. I'm agnostic. We all know that. So, but what does it say? Show me where the automobile, well, it wasn't invented yet. But the knife was. The billet of wood was. Lead pipe, I don't think so. But, I'm being facetious, but I'm being serious at the same time. So you don't have a right to those. But I have a right to that thing sitting there. And that one sitting back there. I have a constitutional right for them, and I got them. So there. Well, but if you do something wrong with it, then you're breaking the law. See, therein lies the difference. If I use it for something heinous, then I've opened that jar of flies. That's what I've done. So now there's going to be people with firearms coming to get me and my firearm. That's how that works. It's not, is it perfect? Hell no. It ain't even close to perfect. But it is. It is what it is. So let's move on from with that one. They tell people, 80 people, on average, 80 people a day perish in car crashes. A day. Every day. Every day. I get my fair, and for such a small town that I live in, man, but I guess, I ain't gonna guess nothing. But we get our fair share of them out here too. Now, with that out of the way, where were we at? Oh yeah. I see this as entertainment. Now, I'll stick to people that look like me for right now, because I've covered the people, all the stripes of people that don't look like me in the past. Oh, and I got hella feedback, but nobody, which is fine. Tell me what I said was untrue. Tell me what I said that was false. Tell me. Well, I ain't asked you nothing else but to tell me where I was historically Incorrect. Factually incorrect. All the Brads, Chads, and Cads that came, they couldn't. So they just gonna report it to Massive Dynamic as hate speech. And then I got a warning on it, like pretty much like, you need to clean this up some. I said, I ain't cleaning up shit. I mean, nothing. So I just took it down and moved it to On the Wake Up Radio and moved it to Rumble. As is. I haven't checked it I ain't checked over there and I was, oh man, this was pre-COVID. COVID wasn't even on the radar. Wasn't no such thing. Well, it was such a thing, but it hasn't entered our lexicon yet. But anyway, going back to this, every weekend, or sometimes during the week, because y'all know how Massive Dynamic site is, it be popping up stuff, suggestions. I'm like, why is it suggesting this? What the hell is this all about? And you can click on the little hamburger on the side. You can click on the hamburger and you can pick don't suggest, don't suggest this channel, or content to me, which is what I do. But every now and again, I'll see something and I don't know, or I may see it's a live stream, right? And I'll see the panel and I'll recognize one person or maybe two people's avatar. And I'm like, hey, that's such and such. Like they're on somebody else's deal. It's not their channel. Hey, that's my man, this one. Hey, I like this guy. Hey, this guy, not so much. This guy, he's 50-50, take him or leave him. And this one guy, I was looking, I'm like, this dude here, he loved telling me this same wing of it's a bird, different wings on the same bird. Yeah, but you always vote for the left wing of that bird. You support the left wing of that bird. You never complain about what that left wing of that bird do to you. You only complain about what the right wing of that bird don't do for you. I'm trying to tell y'all, and I'm saying it again, and I'll be brief. If number one, I'd never run for office because I wouldn't make it, because I'm going to tell people the blunt, ugly, honest truth, and they don't want it. White people don't want the honest truth. Black people don't want the honest truth. They don't. I'm talking to the biggest ones. They don't want the truth. They want to feel comfy and snuggly and warm. They want sunshine and lollipops, even though they know ain't nothing out here but shit and shinola on a lot of issues. So like y'all know me, I hit both. The average white person is full of shit. The average black person is full of shit. And you can tell because what you say don't match what you do. And I'll use myself as an example. How I talk about, I don't want, I made sure, Matt North, they ain't had no kids. They ain't gonna be out here, you don't have no kids. You ain't marrying you ain't gonna be with no single baby mama, this, that, and other. But, well, Nick, what about you? I'm not a baby daddy. I'm a father. I didn't have children until I was married. And had them by the person that I'm married to, and she didn't have any children until she got married to me. So you can't use that against me. But there's dudes on here that talk that baby mama stuff and whatnot, and you a baby daddy. You got children out here by women that you wasn't married to. So, but, well, that was then. No, shut up. Okay, are you wrong? Look. You done what you done. You are who you are. But shut up take that back. Don't shut up. Keep talking. But don't get mad when mooks like me say something to your ass about it. What I'm saying is true. Dude, you got 2 kids by 2 different chicks, and you wasn't married to neither one of them, but you supposed to be some kind of blackmail influencer, and you wanted to, okay, you can make suggestions, but you cannot talk in absolutes. You lost the right of absolutes when you had 2 children out of wedlock by 2 different women. Negro, you threw that right out the window. Next. Okay, back to the these jokers get on my nerve. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm rolling at a very high rate of speed. You may see things are going by rather quickly. We clipping along. That's one thing about this truck. This truck clips along like ain't got. You look down and you like, why are we doing 90? You know? Because it's the loose nut behind the wheel. That's what it is. Maybe I just better set the cruise control on 70 and call it good. That's how we gonna do that. Yeah, there we go. Now, again, back online, I click on the thing because I see one person. It was one person in this case that I knew. I saw his avatar, and I'm like, hey, that's, you know, let me see what he talking about. But I clicked on it. He wasn't talking. I didn't even get to hear him talk before I clicked off, because there's just, you know how some of them panels get, where it's just a shouting match and people yelling over each other and da and you a coon and this, that, and other. I mean, if you black and you say something that is factually correct, though detrimental to the black person that you're saying it about, in the black community, especially in the YouTube community, the bravery of being out of freaking range, that makes you a coon or a sellout. Now, the person that's doing the wrong to the other people, they're not a coon or a sellout. You are, for calling them on their misgivings. See, you supposed to be quiet about the wrong stuff they doing just because they black like you. This is why I keep a tight-knit circle and I avoid the average YouTube Negro like the plague when it comes to talking about civility, civics, and stuff like that. Now, he can be talking about sports, and he own it. He on his dime on sports. Yeah, I'm listening. Once he get off of that, I'm gone. He on his dime when he talking about technology. Yeah, I'm listening to him. With that, once he get off that dime, I'm out. Yeah, he on his dime talking about clothing, you know, matching and this, that, and other, and silk versus cotton versus linens, and this and that and da. He on his dime, and I'm watching. And once he get off of it, I'm out. Because all that other stuff you talking about don't make a damn bit of sense. Well, it do make sense. Nonsense. Innocence? Nonsense. Okay? Nonsense means just what it is. It's something non-sense. Sense, nonsense. It really is that simple. You're talking about, all right, one thing, it is true. Now, there are some uncomfortable truths here. Like, we coming up to a construction. When the hell they started doing this? Man, y'all messing with my speed. Where you have countries that's done some heinous things. United States, the British Isles, I'll just call them Great Britain. That's because it wasn't no United Kingdom when I was a little kid in school. It was Great Britain. But now, you just say the UK, because you have to remember, when I was a young man, I still remember watching TV with Dad when the IRA, the Irish Republic Army, and Sinn Féin was bombing each other, blowing each other to smithereens over there in Ireland and England. I remember watching. It's on the newspaper, is on TV. Because if y'all done been with me for a while, I used to tell you, my dad, when he come, before he went to night shift, second shift at Chrysler, he'd be eating his dinner, and he'd have me or my sister Lisa read him the newspaper, and he would always tell us that he didn't know how to read the paper for him. He know how to freaking read, you know. He just, man, you ain't worth a dang. But he would, and so we're reading the newspaper to him. Or I'm reading back then, Time magazine to him, Newsweek magazine to him back then. You know, we're talking the 70s and the 80s. Well, I mean, by the time I made it to the 7th grade, I figured out my dad could read. He was just yanking. I miss that man. I really do. But I'm glad I had him, because I can only imagine I wouldn't be armed with half of what I got now if it wasn't for that man. So yes, I don't give a F what you hair-hatted baby mamas say. Black daddies are important. The men that want to be fathers and are engaged as fathers. So you don't like it, you can take your hair hat down the road. Hopefully wash that mofo out, because I can smell it from over here. Next! Yeah, I said it. This dude license plate says Tater. Tator. Tater Salad. Just says Tater. Suburban. France, Great Britain, United States. Let's stick with the big ones. Not so much Italy. You know, not so much Spain. Not so much, you know, Eastern European countries. Not so much in this case. And it's true. I remember I done a video when the Ukraine dust up first started, and the Africans that were there, school, working, dentist, doctor, this dude, he done been in the Ukraine for 12 years. This guy done been in the Ukraine for 17 years. This chick only been here for a year and a half, and she pregnant with a child. Where's your husband? Where's your, and talking about, you know, this, that, and other, and can't get out. Where is your husband? Where is he? What the hell? All this crap. They don't care about us. They taking care of their own first, and they just leaving us to the wayside. They supposed to. You supposed to take care of your own first. You supposed to. The only ones that don't do it is you. You're the only ones that don't do it. Are you nuts? Because trust me, in my household, the people that live under my roof, my control and my stead, they get first dibs on everything that comes from me. If there's anything left after I take care of them, then I'll see and decide on whether I can use it to help someone else. But if there's nothing left by the time that I take care of them, it ain't no, well, what about me? What about you? You don't belong to me. You see him, you see her, him, wait a minute, 4 hers, 3 hims, and a dog, 2 dogs. And not saying that a dog better than you. I'm just joking with the dog part, okay? They get first dibs. Starting with that old lady there with that reddish brown hair, and that's her natural hair too. That's my mom. And I remember my mama used to dye her hair black when I was a kid, and but she stopped when she got older and just let that auburn come out, and then the gray take it over, because my mama in her 90s. Yeah, she up there. So so anyway, they get first dibs. The first she get dibs, man, look, dibs, Carl, dibs, Chris, dibs. I'm supposed to take care of them first if I had to take care of anybody. How about you take care of you, or get the ones that you're from your clan to take care of you? Oh, you don't have a clan? Then you need to make your own clan. You need to put your ass in a position where you can take care of you. Sucks to be you if you can't. Yeah, I said it. I could give a damn. I don't care what color you are. That applies to anybody and everybody. I could give a damn. Now, but these dudes sit up here, y'all like, man, Nick something else. Yeah, I know. These dudes sit up here and, U.S. this, U.S. that, U.S. this, these countries ain't crap, this, that, and other. Why do so many people, Black Velvet Stallion by Budgie. Anyway, why are so many people disenfranchised in their own countries, go to the countries, risk their lives, throw everything away to go to the countries of said colonizers, which a lot of them were, and then get there and complain? Get there and complain. You should have stayed where you were at. You should have stayed there. I'm just going to pick a country. I ain't saying that this. Pick an African country. Pick one. I don't know. Ghana. I don't know. Nigeria. I don't know. Nairobi. I don't know. Well, I would say, because I still say Rhodesia. I don't say Liberia. Because it was Rhodesia when I was a child, and it's just stuck in my head, Rhodesia. Liberia. Okay, what are you doing here in France? How'd you get here? What are you doing here in Scotland? I mean, I don't know, How'd you get here? Well, I came here for school. They got schools in your country. And African school, African teacher, African classroom with African sorted books. But you want to go to the colonizer to get educated by the colonizer and then complain about the education that you receive from the colonizer. Challenge the history and the books. You should. But there's a time and place for everything. I had to learn that the hard way when my ass was taking political science. The book says this, okay? I can check out this book later, but right now I need to pass this class and get on up out of here so I can get on to the next module. Okay? I make a mental note and I put a book note because I kept majority of my books. Some of them I sold them we at the bookstore outside that wasn't far from the university where you could turn in your books and sell them. Now, you got ripped off. I bought most of the books. I got new. Some of them I had to buy them used, and then about half of my books I kept, and the other ones that I felt I didn't have any need for when I left, I sold them. I know I got pennies on the dollar, but I sold them. But that's a long time ago. Anyway, so you come to the colonizer to get education, but you complain about the colonizer's education. Okay, well now you see what the colonizer is all about, like you couldn't see it before you came here. Okay, go back. But you didn't go back. Then how you do it? 2 years later, blah, 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 this, that, and other, this, that, and they treat us better in France, and they do this, that, then I say, in this case, the Ukraine, them folks there. Okay, 10 years later, you're still here. Why are you still here? Why are you still here complaining about how the Ukrainians is treating your black ASS in the Ukraine? They're not. I know they're Nazi sympathizers. I knew that decades ago. I didn't have to go to the Ukraine to find out. What are you talking about? Well, I did live in Germany, so, that was, yeah, you did learn some certain things from living in Germany about other European theaters that, you probably would eventually figure out in the United States, but you get fast-tracked living in Germany and Belgium for 4 years. So, but still, go back. Either deal with it, find a way around it, or go back. Notice none of them hates it so much that they willing to leave. Same with the Arabs. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers, y'all too. You too. Same with the Indians. From India, not Native American. And y'all too. Go back. Okay, learn a way around it. Well, the one that's now the mayor of damn London, something just ain't right. Having somebody running London that ain't freaking. It just sits funny with me. It's just like seeing Chinese chieftains in Africa and African Negroes carrying this person up on their shoulders. A Chinaman. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God, you're done. But you've done it to yourself. Back to the African American Negro. You on internet, sitting in a house or an apartment complex or something that you didn't build, on the internet that you didn't build, on a computer or a smartphone. Well, I think some of them, because you can tell when it's phone, because the sound is totally different. Unless you're listening on a handheld device, which most people are. But when you're on a desktop with a true stereo, something, you can hear it. It sticks out like that's a laptop or that's a phone. You can tell from a desktop. It sticks out. It really is that obvious. And a lot of these Negro males claim that they have their well above average financial means. So if you're well above financial means of the average American, and some of them even tout they got PhDs. I wonder where they got it from. Probably one of them white universities they complaining about. Or one of them colonizer countries that they complaining about. And you got this, you make that, and it's so effed up, but they won't. Okay, if you can afford it, why don't you go somewhere where it ain't effed up? Go check it out. Where would you like to go? Okay, we can scratch the United States, scratch the UK, and scratch France off. Okay, that's only 3. That leaves a cornucopia of places that you can carry your ass to and see how the hell you get treated over there. That's why so many of them that go to other places wind up bringing their asses right back. Why you back here? Why'd you come back? We know why. You full of crap. And they sit up here on the internet and they dump this bilge on unsuspecting people that's sitting here listening, and they know they can pump this stuff because most of today's young black males do not have a man that planted the seed to make him in that household. And they know that. That's why they know they can do it and get away with it. You're fodder to them. Most of them ain't genuine on what they telling you and how they want you to turn out. Most of them are disingenuous because they know what I just said. They know it, and they do it anyway. They do it anyway. You better sharpen your own knife. You better find a way to butter your own bread. Okay? I ain't saying everybody, because there are some good blokes out there. There are some good brothers out there. There's some good white folks, there's some good black folks, there's some good everybody that'll give you both sides and tell you, hey, pick out of this basket whatever you want. What is it? It's a red apple, a green apple, 2 plums, a peach, some grapes, some seedless grapes, some seeded grapes. What else in there? Oh, there's a kiwi, and there's some strawberries. What up? Pick whichever one you want. It's up to you. You choose. I'm just handing you the basket. Well, I'm showing you where the basket is. It's sitting right there on the table. But the ones that tell you, look, here a basket, and they pick out an apple, and here, this is the one for you, and it's all nice and red and shiny. Man, it's a childhood story that should come to mind for you before your ass bite that damn apple. Just saying. There's a lot of charlatans out here online that are full of S, capital S, capital H, capital I, capital T. Some of them are touting to be very educated. Some of them are actually very educated, but they're using it as a weapon, not against the system that they're complaining about. They're using it against you under the guise that they're trying to help you. And that's bullshit. But then when you get people like me that know better and say something about it, they know the average black takes the lowest path of least resistance and low-hanging fruit. Oh, something they got to do was call me. He's a coon and a sellout. Then they all go, coon sellout, coon sellout. They parrots. Coon sellout. That's what they do. That's what they do. And I know that. I know it. That's why I pretty much stay away from it. I figure like I'm in the know. My crew is in the know. A handful of people that follow me is in the know. So we'll stay in the know. And those of us that know. Those that don't. And I'll just sit back and see where it goes. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Actually, I got more. I wanted to do a stream on this, but man, I can't get. Oh, and sorry about the stream kerfuffle mess up Thursday. But I'll get it. Me and Nate, we'll get it together. I'll think of something, and gotta find out when I get another break, because it's been kind of goofy here lately. But y'all be good and be safe, and man, just keep your head on the swivel, man, because there's some hardcore goofballs out here, man. Some hardcore goofballs. And the thing is, they know the history. They know the history. They know that they support the party that fostered all the stuff that they complain about today, but they won't get rid of them. They will not step away from them, but they'll constantly tell you it's the red side, because the red side ain't giving you nothing. They ain't learned, actually they have. Anybody that has the power to give you what you want has the same power to take everything that you need. They know it. And if they don't know it, now they do. Because there's a lot of them that are way bigger than me. Yeah, I was at 9,000, but anyway, whatever. That still ain't big, in my opinion. Until you break 25K, when you break 25K, now you're into a whole different realm. To me. A lot of people watch me that claim that they don't, because people come to me because people know me. And they'll send me, hey man, check this out. Go to this timeline right here. That's exactly what you said, word for word. Hey man, they clipped your video, your live stream, or your video right. And I don't care. I don't say nothing. I don't even expect no shout out or accolades, because they don't like me. But they use my, and that's fine. You ain't gotta like me. Actually, I don't want everybody. If everybody likes me, that means I'm doing something wrong. Because in my own mind, I'm a cult of personality in my own mind. Or as I used to call myself, like back in the day, a benevolent dictator. You know, I'm a dictator, but, you know, in the common sense, but you won't realize that I'm a dictator because I'm so damn benevolent, you know, that, hey, well, I wanna, okay. Well, I wanna, okay. All right, cool. You know, it's just these things right here, you should, that, and that, you shall not pass. Everything else, okay. Whatever trips your trigger. I doubt if anybody's still watching at this point, but them dudes, a lot of them dudes, not all of them, are freaking fraudulent. They would not stand in front of a classroom and say this. Well, actually they would, because it's coming from the left. Because that's one thing, being a leftist, you can say whatever the hell you want. Hell, you can go in there dressed in drag as a dang chick, with giant fake mammaries hanging, giant fake mammaries hanging down, and teach a class of fifth graders. So what am I, let me rewind that last part there. Man, I wish, in a way, I wish David Carroll was here to see this, but in a way, he probably glad that he ain't got to suffer this crap that we see right now. Shout out to the brother. If heaven does exist, I hope he's there. Y'all be good and be safe. Talk to y'all later. Bye.